No, you didn't tell me
So in Africa, what happens is the woman, it seems, like when she wants to marry, it seems she goes and tries to develop her own song, and so she keeps singing to the universe, like how the bird
that.
has
Yeah,
a calling.
right.
So she says, "What's my original song about?" It's a very nice way, I think, of recreating
Yeah.
our rhythm and our way of responding. And so when she figures out like her music, then she comes and sings it to her mate, and they form a relationship. And then when they give birth, she teaches it to the community, so they sing around the baby together.
Oh yeah.
And when the baby makes a mistake, or actually when the baby becomes attains puberty, they gather same way they sing the music.
Yeah.
And then when the baby, like the boy or man or girl makes a mistake, they actually gather together and remind that soul who they were by singing again
Oh yeah.
their birth song. And then when the child or adult falls ill, they again gather around, sing the song to remind them.
Wow.
And then when they are in deathbed, the song again gets sung. So essentially, they are again and again reminding the soul, hey, you need to remember your song.
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
I felt it was
that's
so healing.
that's really helpful because I think in a sense that's what we do.
Yes.
Is we get around and let each other know that we're not alone. It's,
So I feel like, sometimes I want to know what is my song. And actually, I found one. I I think it's like almost like sometimes some tune jumps up and grabs your attention.
mm,
So I was in the temple. It's so bizarre. Like actually, I'm not really religious, but like my soul kind of get drawn again and again to Hinduism because that's the way I grew up. I was raised in Hinduism, but my teacher says people who eat meat are not Hindus. So because of that, I don't want to violate his rule because that's what because I follow him
mhm.
and I feel like I want to respect his word. So he says I'm not Hindu, so I'm not Hindu. I accept that. And it doesn't matter to me what he thinks of me, but I love him. So I
Yeah.
decided like it's up, that's fine. So according to him, I'm not Hindu, and I'm cool with it. Because as far as I know, I have him as my teacher, whether he likes me or not. I'm
Well,
like
of course he
I'm like
loves
like the little puppy. I'm gonna follow no matter what.
he loves
So
all his people.
yeah, but he kind of like understands me. He says, on that body, he's not my teacher. I mean, he doesn't consider me, but he says for me, he has another way of connecting with me, and I know that. Because I'm a clairvoyant, and you know about that, right?
Hmm.
Like I'm a clairvoyant. So, like he gets into my breathing space, and he says when he breathes, he can extend himself 12 times his size, and as far as he can go. And when he gets into my breathing space, I can tell because that zone I'm in. Like when you listen to music, you go into a zone where it's so sweet, right?
Yeah.
Have you
Yeah.
felt that?
Oh
Like
yeah.
it's like such a nectar. So when he gets into me, I feel that sweetness. And today morning, for some weird reason, when I was waking up, I did this horse-like noise, which I've never. Ooh, like I was saying, okay, he's in. That's so cool. I
Yeah.
mean, like there is some stuff that happens that's beyond my comprehension, and
Yeah.
I
Right.
cannot even wrap my mind around it.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel better not to think. My husband says the same thing. I said, Keith, I said, I woke up, I had this dream, and my eyes were watering. And he says, the heart knows the truth, and he says, the sweetest dreams are things that mind cannot fathom. So I actually wrote a poem about it. Okay, I'm gonna read it out to you. My husband comes out with like sweetest things to say, and maybe that's why even though we fight cat and dog, we kind of like get each other. So he wrote, I dedicated this to my husband. This is my book, First and
Right.
Honest Church. So the sweetest dreams are the ones that the mind cannot fathom yet, but the heart had a glimpse of and relishes it in its minuscule bits, which sends a shower of love that creates the rainbow bridge. So wake up and begin the journey to bridge the gap for the child within. So I kind of took the essence of African song
Yeah.
and I brought it to the next level as my poem.
Right.
Maybe one day somebody will sing it for me.
It's nice. That's really nice.
So
And where do you buy this book?
you can buy it in Amazon, Barnes and Noble. Barnes and Noble sells it.
Oh yeah.
See, the thing is, it's the ISBN number. You need to have this number, right? ISBN number, Congress, Library of Congress number. And online, you can download it too in your Nook and iTunes. Probably it'll be cheaper as the electronic book.
Yeah. That's really, really nice.
Yeah, I love it. But the thing is, it's all
Even
about,
the picture is beautiful.
yeah, because I feel it's the forest.
Yeah.
There's a forest find you.
That's me. That's me. I'm all about the forest. That's where I find my space where I can
So
breathe.
this month, the Positive Anonymous follows AA, same
Yeah.
thing. So this month is about November, right? We do
Mhm.
step from now. So November is thought through prayer and meditation to improve our conscious contact with God as we understood Him, praying only for knowledge of His will for us and the power to carry it out.
Yep.
Sometimes, like, it takes courage to do the right thing, even though it is pleasant to just walk away and do nothing. And then the meditation, because each week we have a meditation theme. This week it's just to have a vision and mission about our life. Like, what is it that you want? Because what you believe will come true. So if we change, like, you feel you want something, you need to ask for it. So this week is about having the wish fulfilling tree that's opening up to grant us our deepest desire, be they physical, mental, or spiritual. So by understanding what exactly, like that song, right? What is that one wish I want? It will give and take.
Mm.
So you need to figure out what is that one thing. Because see, this whole month is about Thanksgiving, right?
Right.
We're giving back thanks. What are you going to be thankful for the last year, right? So that you need to understand. And plus, what do you want more? You are thankful for sobriety, you told me already.
Of course.
But what else you want to do for the next year? So you're opening up this big space. And in India, I'm learning a newer meditation. This week, I opened up like almost, it's like a portal. It's like each time I do something good, I feel like the heaven opens and it gives me like how this wish fulfilling. So one of my wishes to be part of God's, um, in essence, purity of hands and purity of heart, so I can serve Him through
Mhm.
my hands and serve Him through my heart. So one of the things that opened it up for a special prayer, and I didn't even know this existed. So it almost feels like, it's an ancient prayer, and it suddenly fell on my lap, so to speak. Literally, my sister sends me this meditation out of blue, and it had exactly thing that I knew how to use another way in my meridian medicine, but I didn't know it existed ancient times. So in meridian medicine, it follows the same, like how King of Solomon used to say, the tides every day goes up and down. It's lunar month and it's 15-day cycle. Same thing exists in meridians too, 15-day lunar cycle, because we follow a 13 moon cycle. So a year is 13 moon, which means like you get a 15-day full moon, 15-day new moon cycle, right? So 13 cycles, which is like
Yeah.
26 sets of 15 days, right? So that made it very interesting for me, because in India, one half of it is a cycle that develops yin and yang. That is, 5 days is in cycle, because the in cycle directly gets into our bloodstream and goes inward. So because of that, you drop one element. Yang cycle, on the other hand, comes out from inside. So it's 6 days. So 5 and 6 is 11. And it's a 11-day biorhythm. And on the 11th day, you catch up and you get the essence as the sweetest memory. What was this, the 10 days you lived? And of that sweetest memory, you bring on the 12th day to logistics. Okay, to recreate the sweetest memory next 15 days, what do I need to improve? And then 13th day, focus on that. And then the 14th day, gather your team, just like a sport group. And 15th day, celebrate if it is full moon, it is new moon. Sometimes people get into the dark space. So you say, okay, what is it that I need to take in? So then again regroup, right? So it's very interesting how the cycle switches. But I was thinking, why don't I think of it another way? Let me think, because on the 13th day, the focus day comes in, that goes back to the ultimate source. And this prayer, when my sister gave, very interesting, right? It's my song. I didn't realize it was my song. There's an energy. I received this in 2001, but I didn't know how to apply. And the song was sung by another singer that explicitly helped me understand in another way. That's like just a tone change, that's all. And it was sung in another way. And I got it. What she says is, on the first day of full, lunar cycle, you become this. Third day, you become this. And fifth day, you get married to that idea. And you are creating that joy inside. And then on the 7th day, it becomes your medicine. On 9th day, you will talk about it. On the 11th day, you would get a sweetest memory of this essence. And 12th day, you'll develop logistics. And 13th day, you develop a focus and you hit the target. And then 13th day, you hit the target. And 14th day, if you're successful, the group votes on it. And 15th day, you celebrate. If not, you relearn the lesson. Okay, I'm going to say it in another way. This is like the higher spiritual side. Let's assume the heavens are playing a game. Okay, and the ultimate source is saying, have you watched Pokemon? The Pokemon games, the guy who is the owner, he'll send out Pikachu. Pikachu, go attack! And Pikachu will go, dum, dum, dum. Have you seen those? Oh my goodness.
I don't know of the game.
Yeah, it's like, Nintendo, it's so cute, like when my kids watch. So let's assume, it looks like in this prayer, right? It's a prayer song. The ultimate source is telling, he says, this is the new expansion of me as a baby girl I'm releasing. Okay. So, and the man who he's speaking to, he's supposed to be cosmic consciousness. He's a software developer. The source is saying. So let me guess, what is it about? So that guy explains to him how he needs to program this code. Okay. So he's telling him, I'm going to give you this code. This girl is going to be the essence of sweetness. By 5th day, you need to get it. And if in case you get it, you marry that idea and create her. And on the 7th day, if something didn't work, you're going to tweak it. And then on the 9th day, you're going to verbalize it. On the 11th day, you are going to say, okay, what was okay about it, what's not. And then 12th day, everybody gets the logistics. 13th day, the heat is, you're going to display it to me. And if I love it and I dance around that idea, 14th day, we gather, regroup. And 15th day, we celebrate. And we will be, it's almost like person of the week. We're going to designate who played it well. Let's assume, when they picked a human to play out that. So we're going to say, okay, person of the week is this. She gets a reward. She gets $1 million. Suddenly, lottery falls into her place. If not, we're going to take away, steal her Suboxone, whatever it is. She needs to relearn. But I'm saying, then they give you another challenge. So I was thinking, oh my God, that kind of makes sense, right?
Yeah.
It made sense from a heavenly perspective. So this is let's assume. And then the same 11th day energy also has a long-term goal. So she has to go through each zodiac, each month, and play out another way to relate to the world. So it's like how I went and became a mentor. 11th is about prayer, meditation, like let me say, right, I learned my lesson because of that's all I'm playing. Now in the car, I am non-stop playing this song. I'm so stuck on it. It's like it's so fascinating, it's so sweet. I cannot move past it. It's like so much juicy sweetness is
Yeah.
coming out. I cannot even like listen to anything else. I like always like ringing in my ears. So it is you get me right, like
Oh,
because
I
you can feel
understand.
my joy, and so I feel now I'm imparting mine. Like I don't know how you're going to understand it, but my words is going to follow you. You're going to think about it, and I hope you come back and tell me what it meant to you. But that's where I'm at. I am in so much joy. I cannot even believe it.
Well, there's several days of the week I'm letting God run the show, and all the chaos and all that, leaving
God.
it behind and going forward. I don't have time for the negative people anymore. I'm finally realizing
Yes,
toxic people are just no good for me.
that's right. I think it's so amazing if you look into like what a beautiful world we live in.
It really is.
Like suddenly I'm saying, oh my God, did I ever pay attention? Sometimes I'm driving, the sun falls in such a way just on the top of the trees, the rest is in shadow. I'm saying, oh my God, like I've never seen this.
Yeah, right. Well, you're seeing the world in a
Like
new
it's
light.
like almost like I was a zombie before. It's so crazy. Like sometimes how nature gathers. I said, did it ever exist before? I mean, oh my God, oh my God. Like I'm like, saying, what the heck is wrong with me?
That's beautiful. That's
Life
good.
life is cute.
Nice to hear.